It's the third quarter, and the Dallas Mavericks are up 81-60 against the former NBA champions without Anthony Davis and obviously without Luka Doncic because of the blockbuster trade. And well, the reason they pulled off a victory against the champs is because of one man who always smells blood when he plays the Celtics.
Clay's very comfortable in this building. You can tell he has a confidence about him when he walked in.
But the new look Mavs have already put in place a new strategy that stems from not only Klay Thompson, but Spencer Dinwiddie and the new addition in Max Christie. This video is about to get wild. We have an awesome sponsor today, and it's Prize Picks. You guys already know it's time for the Super Bowl, and Prize Picks is offering you a Patrick Mahomes line projected to score just one passing yard. Yep, you heard it right. Only one passing yard and you're cashing in. This is your shot at turning pocket change into serious cash. And well, here's how it works. You pick 2 to 6 players and decide more or less on the projected stats. That's all. For tonight's games, you can already see what I'm liking, and if you want to tail me, you could tail me. I really like these picks. I hope they hit tonight. And once again, you could add that Mahomes line for extra value, but it gets even better because if you use code MUVSY, you can play your first $5 and get $50 instantly whether you win or lose. So that's basically free money, people. So stop waiting, use code MUVSY, and start turning your sports knowledge into cash today. Code MUVZY, and I got you guys. Well, now it's time to talk about the strategy the Mavs used to flood the Celtics early on in the game.
On the margins, it becomes a work in progress, but all a part of the journey.
And well, the first strategy revolved around setting off-ball screens to get Klay Thompson enough room to curl around and hit a 3. And at the start of the game, they kept running that same play.
The pick and pop, knocking down 3. Through traffic.
But this time, Daniel Gafford sets a screen to free up Klay Thompson. The key here is that these screens force defenders like Derek White to chase Klay, and when a defender is in full pursuit, Klay can simply use a pump fake since defenders respect his three-point shooting and use the hesitation to drive into the paint for an easier finish. It almost felt like Daniel Gafford was playing the Draymond Green role.
Thompson, Klay for 2.
Because Gafford would catch the ball around the mid-range area while Klay Thompson kept moving, faking a cut, then quickly running back towards Gafford, who then hands the ball back while setting a perfect screen, giving Klay just enough space to knock down a smooth mid-range jumper. And well, after all these buckets, Klay erupted like a volcano.
With the Mavs starting and the Celtics have turned it over 7. He has been a flamethrower to start this one.
The man went to work in the midi, keeping his defender on his hip and then fading back for another shot. But right after that, he went right back to the same strategy that worked before, and this was an off-ball screen from Gafford. And as I mentioned earlier, this forces Klay's defender to chase him, and well, Klay knows that the defender is closing out hard, so he fakes a shot, and this creates plenty of space to rise up and knock down the mid-range jumper. You guys see, it's a repeating strategy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. People say Klay Thompson can't dribble. They say he has no bag, and while he doesn't need a bag when he torches people while barely dribbling. Watching this team is just so exciting because they always let Klay play free at the start of the game, and well, the result was Klay dropping 23 points on 77% field goal in the first half alone. Bro has something against the Celtics. But now we need to talk about the new addition in Max Christie.
Doubled and inside.
And well, let me tell you this, he may not be the most athletic, he may not be the strongest, but one thing he is one of the smartest players on the floor. Christie has the ability to navigate screens and stay glued to elite scorers like Tatum. He anticipates pull-up mid-range shots, extends his hands at the right moment, and disrupts the play by tipping the ball away. Christie is a true lockdown defender, but his IQ on this next play is wild. Max recognizes that he has a mismatch with the slower Luke Cornett guarding him, and taking advantage of his speed, he blows past Cornett, forcing 2 defenders to collapse on him in the paint, and this opens up a perfect opportunity to kick the ball out in the corner for a wide open 3-pointer. Max Christie is a double team attracting savant, and he just knows how to catch the defense lagging. Like over here, he aggressively cuts into the paint, and instead of taking the wild shot, he brings 2 defenders deep into the paint, and when those defenders are so deep, there is just nothing they can do when Max Christie just hands it off to Daniel Gafford for the finish over 2 defenders. So far, I've shown you plays that display his IQ on the defensive side and playmaking end of the floor, but he also has IQ when it comes to getting his own bucket.
That number's 2-on-1, 3-on-1. It goes goes into Christie.
Because Christie can get a handoff from Daniel Gafford, and after the screen, it's a 2-on-1. But Luke Cornett is playing the 2-on-1 perfectly, so to counter the good defense, all Max Christie does is pump fake, and that gets a defender in Pritchard behind him to make a last-ditch effort and foul Christie. And will Christie has enough concentration to knock down the N1 bucket. You guys can see, the way he thinks the game is what makes him so good. He's not like every other young guy in this league. Well, it's only been 2 games, and Christie is already impressing everyone. In his debut game, he dropped 15 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, while shooting 62% from the field and 100% from the 3. And in the most recent game against the Celtics, he finished with 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. The dude is just on an absolute tear. And while it isn't just me talking about Max Christie, the whole league is on notice. Even people like Charles Barkley are realizing it and saying, I love Max Christie too. I think people are sleeping on the Max Christie part. The Mavs are going to have a chance to win a championship this year. But now it's time to talk about Spencer Dinwiddie.
For Kyrie Irving. Dinwiddie into Brown, scoops it.
Because wow, he played a big factor in beating the Celtics too. Dinwiddie was just toying with the defenders by hitting them with tween hesitations and moving right into a 3-pointer. Bro's literally a smooth operator. Cue the music. Dinwiddie was just that guy that was taking those tough shots with 2 seconds left on the shot clock and nailing them.
Marshall and back to Dinwiddie, 1 to fire over Brown.
This is what you need. Role players who are ready to make an impact and are not scared of the moment. And while Spencer Dinwiddie was clearly not scared, as he was isoing on the Celtics like it was street ball and putting big man like Al Horford in a blender. And while the next play, I'm about to show you exactly why Dinwiddie should change his name to Spencer Blendwiddie. Dinwiddie gets the ball in the left wing, and with all the confidence in the world, he gets another isolation attempt. He hits the defender with a tween, then sidesteps and knocks down a 3 in Sam Hauser's face. Look at Sam Hauser's body language after Dinwiddie hits the 3. This guy is just helpless, man. But it wasn't just these 3 players I talked about. Kyrie Irving also wanted to get a major win against the Celtics, and he helped get the offense going and play make during the game. And I was contemplating on talking about Dante Exum in this video too and breaking down his film, because he also had an insane game with 15 points, 5 assists, and well, he made 4 of his 6 3-pointers, and he was just an amazing floor spacer. The Mavs bench is just so deep. Even Najee Marshall had 20 points, 3 assists, and he scored these 20 points on a 60% field goal efficiency, which is pretty good. And Daniel Gafford was holding it down in the paint, man, with 2 blocks. And when Anthony Davis comes, there is absolutely no way you're scoring in that paint. I'll tell you that. And well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what makes the Dallas Mavericks so lethal. Without Anthony Davis, they could still win these games because their roster is so deep. If you guys enjoyed today's video, you can do me one favor, is hit that like. It gets the video out to many more people, and subscribe to the channel if you are new too. We're on the road to 30k subs. That's been all for your boy Muvsy. I'll catch you guys in the next one.